Okay, now we're going to work on a whisker plot, but we're going to use the stem and leaf numbers that we got from our last video. So here we go. We're going to give the numbers here. It's 6, 10, 11, 23, 25, 27, 41. Okay, then we just want to write out real quickly our stem and leaf. Okay, should be 0, 6. Okay, 1 and 0, comma, a 1 for 11, and then 2, 3 for 23, 5 for 25, 7 for 27, and then 4 and 1 for 41. Okay, so this gives us our numbers for our whisker plot. Our whisker plot has a lower extreme, a lower quartile, a median, an upper quartile, and an upper extreme. And I'll mark those all as we go through this. But first we have to make some sort of a number line that we can use so we can line up the whisker plot with it so it makes some type of sense and is somewhat coordinated. Okay, so we're only going from 6 to 41. So I am going to try to make a number line from here. And just go as easily as I can by, let's say we're going to go by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45, because we have that 41 there. Now this is not going to be absolutely perfect because we didn't go piece by piece. We're not using graphing paper at this time, and you should use graphing paper, but at this time I'm using notebook paper just to make it simple to explain how a whisker plot works so you can do this and be able to handle it, because some people just see a whisker plot as something very, very difficult, and it's not. So what we do first is we find the lowest one. Okay, we find our 6, which is going to be, I'm going to put the line right here, our 6, and what's our highest one? 41. So 41 we're going to find here, and these are going to be our lower extreme and our upper extreme. Okay, now if we understand that so far, we know that our lower is the smallest number and the upper extreme is the biggest number in our list of numbers here, which have already been organized and set up in a stem and leaf plot and now are going to be put into a whisker plot. And a whisker plot is actually a nice way of displaying where your median is, where your upper quartile is, where your lower quartile is, and all that good stuff. And we'll show you in just a minute here. First, we need to count, go back to the numbers up top here and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that makes it a lucky day for us, because if we had 8 numbers, like we had, let's say we had 23 and 24 in between here, we would have to take these two, we would have to add them together, which would give us 47, and then we'd have to divide it by 2, or divide by 2, 47, because a fraction is a division symbol, and then we'd get our number, and it would be something in between. It would be 23.5, so 23.5 would be our median for a amount of numbers that are even. If numbers are even, then your median is going to be 2 numbers divided by 2 and get the middle of that. But for this one, we have an odd set of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So boom, the middle number is 23. So we find on here, as closely as possible, 23. Okay, so we're going to go up here and we're going to mark that, and that is the median. The median, okay? And it's the middle of this whole mama jumma, okay? Now we have to find, since we got lucky here, we have 3 on this side and 3 on this side, so this one is the middle, and this one is the middle, because we never use this again. Once this is done, it's never used again. If you have 2, these are never used again, okay? You don't reuse the numbers. You only use the numbers that are left to the right and left to the left, okay? And that means there's 3 on this side and 3 on this side, and the middle one is 27. So 27, let's find it. It's about here, okay? And then we're going to find our lower quartile, which will be about 10. So 10 is right here. Well, it is a 10. It's not about 10. And then we close in the box. Close in the box. Okay. Things are starting to look right, aren't they? Yeah. They're starting to look right. All right. So we close in the box. Okay. I just made my box kind of crummy here, but still gets the idea. This is our median. Then right here is our upper quartile. And on this point right here at the end of the box is our lower quartile. If in case there was 8 numbers, like I said again, 23 plus 24 divided by 2 would be 23.5. So 23.5 would be, it would be moved over just a little. The line would be moved here, and that would be the median. And it would affect some of the other numbers too. But you know, really, it's all a matter of what numbers you get, what you have, and how you're going to set up your line. Your line on the bottom with the numbers, how you do it. I did it by 5s. Okay, you may want to do it individually by numbers all the way through from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 2, 4, or 3, 5, 7. It just depends on you how you want to set it up, what's going to make it right, what's going to make it work. If you had simple numbers like 22, 24, 26, 38, you might want to go by 2s. That's just the way it is. It just depends on how the numbers are set up. But hopefully, just by learning this video and showing you how to make it, doing your lower extreme, your lower quartile, your median, your upper quartile, and your upper extreme, and how you used your numbers from the stem and leaf plot, because that's typically how they're going to do it. The beginning of it. They're going to set it up. They're going to give you a bunch of mixed numbers. You're going to have to get them all in order. Then you're going to have to make a stem and leaf. And then after the stem and leaf, you're going to have to turn it into a whisker plot. And then once you turn it into a whisker plot, you're going to use a number line to set it all up and make it look right. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.